Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday to all of you. This video, it's a very special video for me. It's very personal video. I will be sharing a story or maybe a number of stories that perhaps will give some inspiration to some people or just introduce to you those sides of me that some of you probably are not aware of. Some of you have been following me since I started my YouTube channel, and that was in 2020. Yes, when Shmovit took place, I actually did a lot of things, including starting this YouTube channel. So some of you have witnessed my journey for 5 years now, but some of you are pretty new. So I don't think you know about certain important things for me that I will be presenting to you today. And I also think in this time when there is more and more AI in the videos, on the social media platforms, the most important thing is to just be yourself and be authentic and share your stories and try to connect with one another. Even if we are not physically present in person, we can feel the energy through the screen, and that AI will never be able to replicate. It might replicate the image, but not the vibration of a real human being. So today's video is dedicated to something that it's my creation, and it's also something that I have created, actually, to be precise, written during the, I call it Shmovit, you know exactly what I'm talking about. During those so-called lockdowns that I never really followed, I was in the time living in California, and I finished my first book. It was a novel. You cannot buy it anywhere at this moment, but it was a novel. That novel took me very long time, 6 years to be precise, to be written. And it was really, really painful process. But when Shmovit was continuing the agenda, I sat down at the table and I have written within 3 months, 5 books for children. I made this so easy and so joyful and so fun that I could not wait to self-publish those books and illustrate them. The story came very quickly, downloaded it, you know how artists, writers do, and I put it into the paper, and I had created those 5 books, 3 of which have been illustrated. Just as I did with my novel. My novel was self-published as well. And that time, I didn't know too much yet. I decided to use Amazon. So I self-published that on Amazon, as I did with my books for children. I will present to you 2 of those books that I still have in my possession from that time when Amazon was printing them for my clients, right, for the orders. However, things took place quite drastically when I was traveling and I was in Moscow. And I will play that video for you later on. When I was in Russia, my 3rd book for children had been illustrated, and Amazon decided to close my account, remove all of my books, which was 4 at that moment, 3 for children and the first one, my novel. Close my account, remove the books, and not pay me all the royalties for, I think, 3 months, at least 2 months. So they took the money from the sales as well. It took me 2 years to come to this place where I am right now, that I knew this is the time to publish those books, not on Amazon, but to publish them in a different way, an independent way. So what I have done, guys, I have found a great printing house here in Poland that I can order the number of copies however I want to. I'm talking the paperback, old school. I will show you this in a second. And they are fantastic. So let me show you what I have, because I have the books from the previous print, but this is from the Polish printing house, beautifully done. And I will tell you the story about those characters. What is this about? And then they send me the samples of how great this looks. Let me just show you the main characters. And I will tell you the story in a moment. So there are 5 books for children, 2 of which will be ready to, actually three of which will be ready to order for you. And I will give you the details in a second. But those were the 2 books that I still have in my possession. I didn't even have the copy of the 3rd book that was on Amazon because I was not able to order it. It was not enough time. They deleted the account. So you have 2 books. Now, what is the story, guys? The story is there are 2 main characters. 5-year-old Matilda and her best friend, it's a dog. That used to be my dog, was a beagle. His name is Odo. And Matilda, it's a very, very curious girl. She asks many questions. She has a lot of questions. But there is one question that is really the most important for her. This question keeps on coming, and she wants to know the answer. And one day, they live in this beautiful house in California, because that's where I was writing this. And one day, when she was looking out through the window in her beautiful room, a bird has appeared. This bird, his name is Henry. This bird said that the greatest man in history, the greatest man, has heard that she has questions and they would like to answer this question. And the question is, the main remaining question that is the theme of those 5 books is, what is the most important thing in life? This is the question that Matilda asks all those 5 greatest men that she travels to. How is that? Because every morning at 8 o'clock, the bird shows up at the window, and that was the deal. The bird said, Matilda, they will answer your question, but only if you travel with me to meet them, and you can ask them this question in person. And Matilda had one condition, because Odo is her best friend, and they are always together. They are never separate, except when she sleeps and he sleeps. So she said, I will go, but only if Odo comes with me. And so every morning at 8 o'clock, before the bird shows up, Odo goes into her room. She wakes up and he tells her about his dreams. And in those dreams, he gives her the inspiration for the outfits to wear, because the colors of those outfits will represent the flag of the country they are traveling to. So the first country they go to, France, you see the red bow, the blue dress, and she's also wearing the white shoes, because red, blue, and white are the colors of French flag. And then she travels to the first person, and that person is actually Coco Chanel. And why is that? Because I used to work for Chanel, for the brand, and I know a lot of history about Coco Chanel, a lot of history, a lot of details. So she asked this question from Coco Chanel. The second character is absolutely my favorite Formula One driver. If he would be still alive, I think I would have crushed on him. and that was Ayrton Senna. I absolutely adored Ayrton Senna. So the second trip is to Brazil. As you can tell, she's wearing the colors of Brazilian flag right here. And she's gonna ask Ayrton Senna about what is the most important thing in life. This is him. This one takes place during the Grand Prix in Formula One, of course, in Brazil. And Ayrton Senna is winning this Grand Prix, and they are with him, the dog and Matilda, driving the car, and he's answering the question. I want to show you one thing. It's very beautifully illustrated. You can actually see him right here with the bottle of champagne celebrating. I really love this book, and one of the reasons as well is this was the book that, let me show you my father. Before my father passed away, I gave him this book. You know, I gave him 2 books, right? But I gave him this book, and he was so happy about it that I took a picture. Let me show you. This is my father. Now it makes me like really emotional every time I look at him. But anyway, this is the book. You know, it just happens, guys. I was so happy that he really loved those books. It gets emotional. Anyway, when you look at the picture, you know how it is. So the third book is with Vincent van Gogh, and it's in Provence. And of course, he's painting the sunflowers. It's a very special book for me as well. The fourth one that will be illustrated is with William Shakespeare. I know that's another story, very loaded one, but that's a great book too. I want to illustrate them next year, as well as the 5th one. So 2 to be illustrated. And the last one is with Ernest Hemingway. And he's also answering the question, what is the most important thing in life, in Villa Finca in Cuba. That's where he used to live. So Hemingway was also someone very special for me. There are certain people in history that I feel connection with, and Hemingway was one of those individuals. So guys, how does this look like at this moment? At this moment, I have this first book to be ready this month, meaning physically ready. They are now printing it. So probably the next, I would say 10 days or so. I cannot promise that it will be delivered. If you decide to order, it will be delivered before Christmas, because you know how it is. But I don't want to look at the time as far as that Christmas is the only day that you give this book to children. This book, this series is very special because, you know, nowadays you have so many books that are promoting this, you know, they promote pedophilia, literally. They promote very satanic symbolism and subliminal messages, right? It's like in your subconscious, they put those images, and children are absorbing this. Those books are incredibly beautifully illustrated by a girl who, I think she still lives in London, maybe she does not anymore, but she's originally from Bulgaria. Her name is Jana Popova. She is incredible illustrator, very gifted, very talented, and the energy of those characters is really good. You know, it's very cheerful. It's very beautifully. She pays attention. This is Coco Chanel. She pays attention to the details. It's incredible gifts of illustrating that she has. So those books will inspire children to ask questions. It's about travel, it's about meditation, because through meditation, they travel in time and they meet those characters. It's about the countries, it's about what kind of people those people were, who was Hemingway, who was Ayrton Senna, who was Vincent van Gogh, you know. And the answers of what is the most important thing in life are also very important. This book is, I'm trying to figure out how to sell it in the most professional way, but I don't know it yet, so I have to figure it out. For now, I have a number of copies that will be ready this month. So if you would like to order it, you have two ways. I think that's the easiest way to do it. I will put the price down below the video. You can donate on PayPal, pay on PayPal. And when you pay, you can say for the book, and you can, I see your email, right? So I will ask for your address, or you can just send me an email. You will have the link down below. There is an email address. When you send me an email, you can provide me your address and you make a payment on PayPal, and then I know that you paid for it and the book is going to your address. I will give you the price. It will be down below this video. It's a very special moment for me, and I know I'm not promoting it maybe in the best way, but it really is something that brings me joy, you know, like this brings me joy. This is, it comes from my soul, it comes from my creation, it comes from something that I am truly enjoying and liking. And it has a good energy, and it's very different than any other book you ever came across. I would like to create some other products with this, some toys for children and some other maybe like coloring books or, you know, many other cute things with this, because I think it has such a great potential. It's only in English for now. Maybe in the future, I would definitely like to translate it into Portuguese, and I would like to sell it in Brazil, especially because Ayrton Senna was Brazilian hero, you know. So many children looked up to him, and, you know, the country, the nation looked up to him. I remember watching documentaries about him, and there was a lot of poverty, and those very poor people were sitting outside and looking at this TV set, and he was winning and winning and winning. He was 3 times world champion, Ayrton Senna, Formula One. You know, I have to say that this really brings me energy. It's like a life force. You feel life force goes through you when you create something that has a good vibration like this. The news that I bring to you, it's very draining sometimes, and it's not easy for me to record those videos. But again, like I say, I feel compelled to keep on doing this because for some reason I see things that maybe some people don't see, or maybe I'm presenting other sides of things. Nevertheless, what to do to order it, to support my work, because this is my product. I never had any sponsorships on my channel, not even a single company. I received some emails, but they were showing the most strange, weird products, and I'm not going to associate myself with companies that I have no idea about, or it's kind of like, you know, artificial, demonic. I don't know if it's going to do any good to people, so why would I even bring this to my audience and introduce it to you guys? But this I stand for. This is me. This is part of me. This is, you know, they say it's like your baby. I don't want to say like this because it's a book, but, you know, it comes out from you, from your soul. So in a way, kind of is. It's just different way. And that's how you support my work. You know, I'm very happy that I finally pull myself together to do it again, because it took me 2 years. And I will play this video for you. This will be from Moscow when I was there, when I woke up in the morning and I read an email and Amazon told me, you know, you have no more books on Amazon, including the money as well. If you would like to order it, the link to PayPal is down below the video. The price will be also down below the video. And you can email me also. You can email me your address and then I send you the link to PayPal, or you can email me that you paid on PayPal and I can verify. And, you know, don't worry if it doesn't come before Christmas, because I think you will have such a great gift for any occasion, and even without the occasion. Just when you see a child, or you have a child, or you have child in your family, or you know children, to give it to them. And I'm sure they will enjoy it. I'm sure they will enjoy it because it's very different. For a brief moment of time, I was actually selling those books in a beautiful store that is in Savannah, Georgia. I think it was called Paris Café. I believe it was the name. Apologies, I forgot already, but it was such a perfect book for that store, the first one, because the second one wasn't illustrated yet, that I was actually selling those books there. And, you know, they were selling really fast, like people loved it. And then I left the United States to be with my father. But, you know, that's life, right? Things change sometimes. Anyway, guys, so let me show you this video from Moscow and let me know what you think. It's a personal video. It's very different, but it's part of life, you know, and I'm glad. Looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, I utilized the Schmovit time to the best. I created a YouTube channel and I written 5 books for children, and I didn't get the. So let me play this short clip. The video. You're gonna see this moment when Amazon send me an email, no more account, and how I reacted it. And then you see a little bit of Moscow behind me. I hope some of you will remember this moment. I know some of you bought the book, but let me take you to that video. But let me start with something personal, and this is very important. You will see this actually in the title of this video first.
Dlaczego moja łazienka zawsze jest tak czysta? W domu mieszkają 4 osoby, które codziennie korzystają.
If I would be creating this video yesterday, I would probably say F Amazon in a title, but I haven't, because I get some rest overnight and my nervous system has calmed down, because what took place is this. Yesterday, I went on my Amazon account where I just published my latest book for children, and I couldn't find it. The book has been removed, the account has been closed. I just have to explain the situation here, because I was in absolute shock, and then I was very, very angry. I have not been using Amazon for over a year, more than a year. So in order for me to publish my latest book, I had to open brand new account, and so I did. And that's where I have published my latest book that I was already promoting here, advertising it. And what happened is this. I had to call Amazon. You cannot talk to anyone really from the KDP, which is Kindle Department of Publishing, I think that's the name, the place you publish your books. And long story short, I will read you an email and I will tell you what's going on with this book. So I received this email last night, from Amazon. Hello. During a recent audit of your account, we found content and/or activities that are in violation of our terms and conditions. Therefore, we are closing your account effective immediately. As part of the termination process, we will close your KDP account and you're no longer eligible to receive any outstanding royalties. You no longer have access to your account. This includes editing your titles, viewing your reports, and accessing any other information within your account. So that was 2 years ago, actually, when I was in Moscow. And in that moment, I was devastated when I read this email, because you understand this moment when your product, your book is ready and you selling it and you have it out, it's illustrated. You know, this is not, I pay money for it. I pay money for the illustrator, and I also pay money for the publishing now, right? For the publishing now. And that time for the illustration. And for 3 months, I had sales from the other previous books, all of which Amazon never paid me back. And I remember when that took place, I think about 2 days it took me to kind of settle in this. And I said to myself, you know what? That is a sign from God, universe, however you want to call it, that I should not associate myself with this energy anymore. And that was not a good platform for my books that have a different energy to be sold on. So I should say thank you, and I find a different way. But, you know, I travel a lot, I did other things, I focus on the YouTube channel, and I was not ready to publish them again. I wasn't sure how to do it. My mind was exhausted. You know, you get overstimulated with the news, with those topics. It's a lot. It takes a lot on your energy. And I am ready. I'm ready. I am so happy that I have it. I'm ready, guys. It's in the process of printing out right now. Then the second one, then the third one, and next year, because, you know, from the sales that I make, I will be able to illustrate the remaining 2, and we go on from there. So this is the video for today. I hope I didn't lose some of you. You're still with me because it's part of my life as well. And I'm very, very grateful that I was able to write those books, that I am able to present them to you, and that I have you, my audience, who I believe at least few of you, some of you, will be interested in those very special books for children. And of course, if you would like me to write dedication, we can also do it. You just have to mention it in your email. So I will be happy to. If you have names of kids already, no problem at all. So just let me know. And that's all for today, everyone. The link to contact me, to the email address is down below the video. I am more nervous that when I talk about, you know, about Lubavitch. It's interesting. I'm more nervous now. But anyway, you have the link to my email. You can email me there, or you can just send information via PayPal, and you can make a payment there. And yeah, don't look at Christmas as the only time frame for those books to be a gift. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I'm not asking you to hit the thumbs up because this is different video, but I'm asking you to consider purchasing this book. And then we're gonna print in a beautiful shiny paper, this one with Ayrton Senna. Then we're gonna do my favorite painter, Vincent van Gogh, or Van Gogh, as they say. And then we have 2 more in the near future, so just bear with me. New energy, new year coming soon. Things will be changing. Let's hold on to the most real things as long as we can. Interacting with each other, having the paper book in your hand, and maybe with the signature of the author as well. That's all for today, guys. The title is Matilda's and Odo's Adventures. And have a great day, lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And thank you so much for giving me half an hour of your time today. Bye, everyone.